I was walking through life like an NPC, like an NPC.
Hello, everybody. Heaven here. So today is, as I'm filming this, it's Monday. And on Saturday, I went to Miami to see Brandy and Monica in the Boy Is Mine concert as part of their tour. Uh, it was something I found out about maybe like a few days before. Some free tickets were obtained. We had very little information. We drove down. And I've been, of course, hearing about the Brandy and Monica tour. It's like, I feel like the tour of the year because it's so anticipated and it's Brandy and Monica, and they're kind of creating a new narrative for themselves, which there's like a video montage portion of the tour, which kind of talks about, back when they first made the songs and the narrative that was being created around them. And I feel like this tour created a new narrative for them.
Now your whole fan base jumps in. And now the whole world's buzzing. I was a little confused at how people decide who shouldn't like women and how much entertainment such a thing. It's hard to leave ICU and come to my page to see the foolishness of the 90s amongst both groups.
The rivalry was directed by the media as a direct conflict. They described their relationship as lethal due to their contrasting personalities.
People forget you're having this conversation with our children. We were just teens.
So tell me, honestly, why can't these bitches get along?
And kind of explained how everything was being manipulated around them. And it's nice to see the two of them supporting each other for all the reasons that you already know. But it feels very genuine. So that was really a lovely thing to see, I have to say, especially Brandy and Monica. I mean, back in my mind, I don't remember the exact like dates because I was a child, but like when I think of 1993, 94, I mean, and beyond, Brandy and Monica were like separately, and then of course together when they did the song together. But all their hits and all, there's like a lot of emotion attached to them, and it's amazing to see because there are a lot of talented people, but not everyone has that stamina. And not just stamina as in they can't keep going or they're popular enough to keep going, but the inner discipline and honed in talent to continue on and to sound incredible. But I'll get more into that. But I made a little short video that kind of summarized the experience, but it was really lovely. I mean, when we got there, we found out that our seats were in a lounge. We were in the elevator and they were like, where's everyone's section? And we were like, well, our section says LOG, LOUG. And they're like, oh, you're in the lounge. And everybody in the elevator was like, ooh, but that's how we found out. It was like, oh, we're in a lounge. And when we got up there, it was incredible. I mean, you're at the perfect height and sight level. You have a seat with like a little bar in front of you, like a little marble bar thing, and a like glass partition that goes up like maybe 4 inches from the bar, so nothing falls over to the people below you. Anyway, it really changed concert going for me, and I love music. I love concerts. Sometimes I think about all the hassle and the being around the people and stuff, and I think, oh, but having this experience really opened things up for me. It was like, no, this is incredible. This is how I would prefer to do concerts from now on. But anyway, when we first got there, Keisha Cole came on the stage almost immediately.
Lieutenant government checkup in here. How y'all feeling on this side? Okay. The boy is mine.
And the thing is, you know what? I feel like Keisha Cole is like the princess, the Black people's princess. Everybody knows her songs. Everybody loves her songs. Everybody sings along. She keeps it real in a way. I remember the sound went out at one point while she was performing, and she said, real. And everybody started laughing. She was pretty much being like, of course the sound goes out because this is a black show and black people are doing this. Um, but it was really funny. Anyway, she's just incredible. I like her and I like her voice. And she has so many songs too that you know, and you want to sing along with. Let It Go is my favorite Keisha Cole song personally.
Yeah, I'm vibing. I like this one right here. Yeah.
That's like my favorite karaoke song ever. But anyway. So it was really nice to see her. I didn't know she was going to be there necessarily. And then there was this MC. I don't know what his name was, but he was incredible. Incredible. I mean, he kept the crowd alive. He kept the party going. And I've seen other MCs. I think DJ Khaled was like MCing Beyonce's Formation tour. You know, you see a lot of different people doing that sort of thing, but this guy did a really great job. And it's Miami. The vibes are right. You know, everyone's standing up at their seat, singing along. You know, he like would sing something and then the beat would come in. Him and the DJ were well organized. But it was all the things that just kept you moving in your seat while you're waiting for, you know, another performer to come on stage. Incredible. Kelly came out and Miss Kelly Rowland. And, you know, I've been a fan of Kelly since, of course, Destiny's Child, like most people. And I was just excited to see her do her thing. I don't think I'd ever seen Kelly live by herself. And her production value was top tier. I mean, forget about it. It started with like, you know how when films have the rated whatever and it has that like rectangle and then in the square and one of the squares in the rectangle has the letter like R or PG-13 or whatever. That's how it started for her. It was like rated K and it was like and it would flash on the screen. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Production value. It was incredible to see her. I'm always going to support Kelly because I love Kelly. She did all her hits and some Destiny's Child songs, got the people hype. And it was just nice. I think I was just happy for her. Honestly, that's what I felt like. Like, go ahead, girl, do your thing. I mean, anytime she literally does anything, like she did that Tyler Perry movie, and I'm like, okay, Kelly, I'm going to watch it 10 times just to support you. After Kelly, I believe from Kelly, it went straight to Brandy and Monica. Their production value was incredible. They are professionals. And we already know this, obviously. I mean, Brandy was like, remember when Brandy was Cinderella, Moesha? Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, I don't know, 18, 20, 21, you know what I mean? So you know the work ethic is there, the what's the word that I'm looking for? The experience operating at that caliber is there. And same thing with Monica. I mean, again, she's been around since she was like 14 years old. You know, and she's still working. So you know the experience, the benefit of that experience becomes very evident. And man, and it's not even just the production value around them, because that was incredible, but it was their performance and their energy. Like you see them like they're I don't even see new artists with as much articulation, not just vocal articulation, but I mean in their movements. You know what I mean? The staging was really good. I felt like it was very good, and they're singing live, and they were killing it. Brandy was like really doing the choreo. Brandy wasn't playing games. Brandy was like, I'm doing this choreo. I feel like Monica's choreo was more like something you feel was swag. I feel like Monica is swag. That's just my opinion. Like your girl's kind of like, I don't know. She's just kind of like it. You know what I mean? But she took it to a 10. She did it just so well, Monica. I keep thinking of this, the way she did the baby, tell me what's up. Do you want? And she came out with she was doing that. And it was just so good. It was incredible. And I'm sorry, I might be all over the place. Thank you for your patience. Brandy's voice too is just like, you hear it and you go, what? Like, how are you doing that? Her tone is like how she like where she puts the thing, and then she's doing all this while she's dancing. It's like imagine if Whitney Houston, actually Whitney Houston could dance, but she didn't dance all the time. But imagine if Whitney Houston was like really in her choreography bag. That's what it's like watching Brandy. You're sort of like, dang, like this is crazy. That's what I felt like. I was like, oh my gosh. Um, Incredible. Monica for me, I mean, her voice obviously is wild, but the thing that I really feel about Monica is her energy, her vibe. Like I feel privileged to like watch her. Also, her when she talks to the audience, I feel like she's really good at talking to the audience. I don't remember if Brandy spoke to the audience, but Monica did. I feel like multiple times, um, and that was really good. That was real. I really appreciated it. They were incredible. Um, I don't want to ramble. They brought out some special guests. Someone, I think Monica brought out Mariah the Scientist at one point. Who else came out? SWV. Monica brought out SWV, which was a shock. And I love, that's one thing I love about concerts. Well, not everybody has to do this, and not everybody does this, but it's sort of like, it felt like you know how when you watch the BET Awards, you'll know who they're going to bring up, you'll know what's going to happen. That's what it felt like. It felt like a space, an open space for this culture to live. And they could have done things so differently. You know, they could have been more egocentric and, you know, been about themselves. They could have even they could have done their sets separately. But they started the show together, like where they came out together. When one person would start a song, the other one was standing on the side, like visibly on stage still, with their dancers, like listening and watching. And then they would come on and do a song, and the other one would stand on and watch, and like, and I thought that was beautiful. I felt like it was a really big, like, show of camaraderie, of sort of like saying, no, this is how we're doing it. Um, and I thought that was great.
I'ma take y'all back. You carry over, ooh, and everything I want. The lyrics, sexy red.
Felt like a big celebration and like this window for that specific kind of culture. I'm also grateful and excited that like the biggest tour, one of the biggest tours, if not the biggest tour of the year, is an R&B tour. You know, everybody's been talking about the Boy That's Mine tour, and it was sold out. At least it looked sold out. I didn't see an empty seat, and everybody was on their feet singing the songs the whole time, dancing with their friends. It was like it was absolutely incredible, and I loved it. Yeah, I'm really glad that I went. It was my first concert since 2016, and that was the Formation World Tour. And both of those times, the tickets were gifted to me, which is really interesting. Yeah, I'm happy that I went. I feel like it's sort of symbolic that this happened when it happened, because without going into too much detail, I really feel like I'm on a new timeline. And I feel like the concert is kind of like a marker for that for me. And you know what I've come to realize? And it's crazy that it happened this way. You know, we all have life stories that lead up to where we are now, and they shape things. They shape the way you think. I think it's Jim Carrey who said, you know, someone asked him, like, how does he get into a character? I'm pretty sure this is Jim Carrey. And what he said was, every person has this sort of like, I'm going to summarize this. This isn't his exact wording, but it's something that they believe about themselves that's not true. And in a sort of negative way that holds them back. And that's the thing that maybe only they know, maybe other people know. Once he finds out what that thing is, it helps him create the rest of the character. And I feel like what's happened for me is I've realized that thing. I've realized the lie. The truth about some things have been revealed, and you can't unsee it. And it really expands your view of your whole life. Like, you look back at your whole life and you're like, wait a minute. Seeing everything completely differently now. And you also see like this web around you that was intentionally designed a specific way. And you realize this is what you've been responding to, the web, more than anything, but you didn't really know the web was there. You felt it. There's like inclinations of like something's weird, but you don't really have there's no clarity on it. So when you do get the clarity, you're thinking, oh my gosh, like, you know, it's sort of like, it reminds me of, you've seen movies where someone calls, it's usually something like a husband or something, or a boyfriend calls their girlfriend crazy, when really they're just they're in response to what the guy is doing to them, if you will. It's like, no, she's not crazy. She's just, you know, responding to you. And what you're doing is insane. Anyway, it's like something like that. Sorry, the curtain moved, so the light is kind of shifted a little bit. It's something akin to that. And the thing about all of these games, or not even just games, but realities or whatever, they require your what's the word that I'm looking for? Your yes. You have to participate. And when you become indifferent to them, it loses power. Combined with a lack of fear, or a willingness to face your fear at the very least, the thing that was holding you back before can no longer hold you back. And that's how I feel. I feel like my only responsibility is to myself. And I feel so much calmer. I think before I was so chasing, like ambitiously chasing, like I have to. And now I just sort of feel it'll get done. I can do that. I can breathe. I can sit down. I can sit in stillness. When it's time to work, I can work. And when it's not, I cannot. Also, I've realized how much I love love. Just in general. Like, not just romantic love, but I mean all love. Just joy, laughing, singing. I saw this video of Oprah, and she was talking about how she protects her energy. Like, she doesn't just, watch. any any kind of video or like have anything just sitting on her TV spreading negativity, because you absorb that, which I have an understanding about too. And she was saying either someone is bringing good energy to your life or they shouldn't be in your life. And it might be easy sometimes to get caught up in like, this is how life is. People play manipulative mind games. People sometimes try to bring you down, and it's like, that does not have to be your norm. You might have started your life with that around, and maybe your light attracts people like that, but you do not have to accept that at all. And that's like the most rewarding feeling ever. It's like, you're allowed to be happy. And there are people who exist in the world who only want to be happy with you. Not saying they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? That's the intention. Their intentions are good, positive, encouraging, empowering, supportive, to the exclusion of negative, disempowering energies. So, anyway, I'm glad I got to share that and get that off my chest, if you will. Thank you, and thank you so much for watching and subscribe. I started this channel I never thought I was going to have a YouTube channel, but I'm having a lot of fun. It's fun expressing yourself. It's fun coming up with the ways you're going to do things, trying different editing things. It's fun too when people comment, when people have things to say about what I'm talking about, and I love hearing from people. So that's probably like that's one of my favorite parts. When I see a comment, someone's saying something supportive or saying something about themselves, or I needed that today, or thank you for saying that. It's just like, wow. So anyway, thank you. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever. Not whatever. Do those things. There's a plane going overhead. I don't know how well you can hear it, but subscribe, like, and comment. And tell your friends. And I'll see you next time.